Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/EntitledPeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. No, Mom, it's called kidnapping. This story is a result of a military move back home, and the madness that ensues. I posted this on Military Stories, but was told to post here as well. I really hope you enjoy the chaos that is my life. I had served in both the regular army and Special Operations Forces community for just over 10 years when an opportunity arose. It was an assignment in the middle of nowhere, but was near what I claimed to be my hometown. I would later find out that the job was horrible, but that has nothing to do with the story. We had been back home in small town USA for a couple of months. We were pretty much settled in. My wife and I were not exactly prepared mentally though. Both sets of grandparents, specifically grandmas, had been away from their grandchildren since they were born. So once we were back, they were like flies at the house for the first couple of months. I should mention that my mom is different. At least I think she is. I have always been the independent type, and I rarely, if ever, call home. It's not because I don't love my parents or friends. I just don't feel the need to talk unless I really have something to say. I feel even less of a need to call my mother. Generally speaking, don't expect a phone call from me. Why? She is scattered and typically has nothing useful to say. She likes to gossip, but she is the lady in chain of gossipers that twists information and relays the wrong facts, or tries to convince me of things. Typical phone calls from my mother are like this. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Remember Jim Bob? No. Yeah, you do. You went to the pool with him once while you were 6 months old, when we lived in Germany. Sorry, Mom, I don't remember Jim Bob. Yeah, you do. No, Mom, I don't remember him. Well, he died. Thought you would want to know. Dear reader, this happens all the time. I have spoke on the phone with her no more than 20 times in the last decade, and at least 10 people I don't know have died. Back to small town USA. It's a Saturday. I am looking forward to having some time off. My wife was a swing shift ICU nurse at the time, and she was at work. I was home with the crib midget, 2 years old, and the miniature human, son 1, 6 years old. It was just the men at the house. I had woken up, fed the humans, and plopped them down in the living room to watch Paw Patrol while I took a shower. I get the army essentials: feet, balls, and ass, and return feeling refreshed. I conduct another inventory, but something is missing. Son 2, crib midget 2-year-old, is missing. He is a bipedal monster, so I don't think much of it. I just ask son 1 where his brother is. I get the typical shoulder shrug response. Great! I now have 3,200 square feet of house to work with. The first sweep was unsuccessful. The second sweep was unsuccessful. I now enlist the help of son 1 to find crib midget. We are now about 10 sweeps in, and I am panicking. I had to call my wife. No husband ever wants to call their wife and say, "Babe, you know that bipedal toddler we have? Yeah, that one. Do you know where it's at?" I was there though. The conversation went exactly how anyone would expect it to go. She was worried. She was hysterical. There was no way I would ever hold that #1 dad coffee mug ever again. I did one last sweep under the direction of my wife, but it was now time to hand in my man/parent card and call the police. 911, what's your emergency? I lost my son. Sir, you lost your child? Yes, I took a shower and now my 2-year-old is missing. I have checked the house and he is not here. What is your location, sir? Address. What is your son wearing? Thomas the Tank Engine shirt, blue, diaper. I have a large bay window, very large. Something caught my eye. The reflection of sunlight that bounces off cars screams through the window when they pass or park. A car had just parked in front of my house. It was my mother. Great. I am dreading the fact that I have 911 on the line, and I am about to tell my mother the dreaded news. Then I see it. What was it, you ask? Son 2. My fucking toddler. I kindly explained to 911 that I have found my human. Now I was only a bad father in the eyes of my wife and the entire dispatch center. I was seething with anger. I am a happy-go-lucky guy. Super calm, even in firefights. I simply don't stress about much. This was not the case. I go charging out of the house. What in the fuck do you think you are doing? What? I just went to the grocery store with my child. You took my child. Yeah? I stopped by and asked if the boys wanted to go. Son 2 did. You fucking stole my kid, Mom. Stole my kid. No, I didn't. I asked. Son 2 wanted to go. Son 1 didn't. I told Son 1 to tell you. Side note, Paw Patrol is like a trance for your kids. The goddamn rapture could happen around the kids while watching cartoons, and they are unaware. God forbid the cable goes out though. I am a warfighter with 14 combat deployments. I have said, Daddy doesn't want to watch Barney for the 20th time today. Exactly once. There are some fights that are just not worth it. You told Son 1? You told my 6-year-old to relay a message to me? You thought that would work? Did you make that message contingent on a toy? Because he didn't know where his brother was. Well, I told him. Mom, you stole my kid. I am grandma. I can take him. Mom, you stole my kid. Oh, I just took him. It's not called took. It's called kidnapping. Oh, I didn't kidnap him. You walked into the house, asked 2 children if they wanted to go with you, and told one to relay a message to me. Why did you not ask or tell me? I screamed out. I thought you knew. I lost my shit. It went on with her trying to convince me of her point. I was not having it. I was beyond mad. She was oblivious to the gravity and severity of the situation. I was not done yet though. It just so happened that this specific weekend was a 4-day weekend for me. I had the next 2 days off with the boys. Ding, light bulb moment. We had just adopted a new dog that was crate training. Let us capitalize on this. Do you think you can watch the boys at our house this weekend so I can take Lola out? I don't want her in her cage all day. Sure, I can do that. Great. Now my mom would be at my house from around 600 to 1900. Even better, my dad would be at work as well. D-Day, 600. My mom arrives at the house, still oblivious that I was angry. No worries. I depart the house and promptly arrive at her house, find the spare key, and let myself in. I reorganize everything. And I mean everything. It didn't take long to do the living room. I moved the couch. I moved the love seat. I moved my father's chair, the coffee table, the TV. Everything gets rearranged. I even moved pictures from wall to wall and used sticky tack to hang them upside down or wonky. As I know from moving so many times, it is such a pain in the ass to move into a new kitchen and get things where you want them. What's not a pain? Reorganizing someone else's kitchen. Everything from top to bottom was reorganized. The powder room was close to the kitchen, so I put plates under the sink in the powder room and toilet paper in the kitchen drawers. Again, everything was moved. I worked my way through the house, ensuring that nothing was left untouched. The only room I didn't enter was the master bedroom. I am one of 3 siblings. They have sexed it up 3 times in my brain. I was not interested or mentally willing to fuck with that room. I did, however, take great pride in her cricket room to ensure that I moved everything. My last act of fuck you was taking every single remote in the house. TV, DVR, cable, lights, you name it. If it was a remote, it was now in my possession. I then returned home. The changeover was typical. She asked me how my day was, and let me tell you, it was a satisfying day of work for me. She acted as if the kidnapping event never happened. Well, she was about to be reminded that I didn't forget. It was time to crack a beer, play with the boys, and wait for that phone call. Ring, ring, ring. Were you at the house today? What? Did you stop by the house today? I think we were robbed. Robbed? Yeah. Robbers typically move your shit around? Yes, I stopped by the house. You rearranged the living room? My dad just gets home during the conversation. I hear my dad talking as he enters the house. What the fuck? Mom's name? What the fuck did you do to the house? I didn't do it. OP did. She is oblivious still, just looking at the living room. She laughs a bit, and we conclude the conversation. Now I am baffled. Oh well. Ring, ring, ring. Where the hell are my pots and pans? There is toilet paper under the kitchen sink. Toilet paper does not go there. God damn it, OP. My mother is now walking through the house. She arrives in her arts and crafts cricket room. First, middle, last name. What the hell did you do? I reorganized everything for you. Oh my god. Mom's name, mom's name. Where's the remote for the TV? Where are the remotes? Oh, I took them. I called out your name. I thought you heard me. She now explains to my father. Now, there is hysterical laughter in the background. I'm on my way over. She arrived at the house. I am willing to break bread and settle this, under one condition. All you have to say is you're sorry for kidnapping my child, and you won't ever do it again. I didn't. You want the remotes back? Then say, OP, I am sorry for kidnapping your kid, and I will never do it again. I'm sorry for kidnapping your son, and I will never do it again. Thank you. What time are you dropping the boys off tomorrow? I think you should come here until you figure out where your pots and pans are. And that's that. I never thought in a million years I would live in my hometown after being away for over a decade. The grandparents wanted to make up for years of not seeing them, and they did. There were obviously some learning struggles. My mom admitted defeat, and my dad eventually got his remotes back. Everybody won. She is still a batshit crazy lady. I love her, but boy, is she different. Now, that was glorious, but I personally would have taken the opportunity to take Kid 2 while Grandma was babysitting. Let her panic because a child is missing. But OP's revenge was still professional grade nonetheless. Or military grade, I guess. And OP states that they are still finding things to this day. The type of revenge that keeps on giving, like comical interest rates. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this Entitled People / Petty Revenge story. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!